My name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. Today I will tell you all the books that I'd like to read in June. And in June I'm participating in 2 readathons. First, my own Write With Me Readathon, which I will explain everything about again in this video. And the other one is the Dessertathon. So the 5 books that I'm going to talk about will fit the prompts there, and I'll try to make a huge TBR and enjoy myself in June. So we need to get this video started now. So this video is going to take a while, so I'm trying to go quickly through this. I will do the 5 books that I would usually also mention in this TBR, and I will tell for which prompt they are in the Write With Me Readathon that I am hosting. If you don't know what the Write With Me Readathon is, my announcement video will be linked on the screen, and I will put all the prompts and the information in the description box below. So you can still participate, even if you decide to participate on the 25th of June. If you just hand in the books that you've read, you are participating. So it's not that hard. And in this readathon, I created a character, and this character is going on some adventures. And the adventures you can decide by handing in the book that you're reading for a specific prompt. So for example, if you read a book with an LGBTQ plus representation that is connected to the prompt doing a confession. So if you hand in a book for this prompt, so you read a book with LGBTQ plus representation, which you should because it's June, it's Pride Month. So please read some books to educate and to just enjoy yourselves. But if you're doing that and you hand it in, then my character needs to make a confession. And so in this way you write the story with me, and in the end I will write the short story and I will read it to you, and we have created it with all the people that participated. The introduction of the character, I will read it once because it's quite short. I will read it from the laptop, so that's why my eyes are up here. Meet Lena James, an 18-year-old girl that isn't really sure about anything. She just finished high school, her friends all moved to different places to start at university, but she doesn't want to do just that yet. You can help her figure out her next steps in life. Every book you read for a prompt connects to a plot point in the next chapter of her life. So there are 20 plot points and 20 prompts, and they are all linked below. So if you want to read this back, you can do so, and you can watch the announcement video. I'm now only going to name the prompts that I read books for. So the first book I'm mentioning is actually a book that was on my last TBR as well. So that's always a shame. But it's The Falling in Love montage by Kiera Smith. And this is indeed a LGBTQ plus representation book. So this means that I'm going to hand it in, and Lena then needs to confess something. So she has a secret and she's going to confess it. And this is the book that made her do it. This book is about a female to female romance, and furthermore I don't know anything. It's about a movie set or something. I just know that Kiera Smith is the sweetest author ever, and it's a small book, it's something summary. So I'm really happy to read this month. The next book that I want to read is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. And this is a really hyped up book. This is the first book that is middle grade / YA by V.E. Schwab that she does publish under the name V.E. Schwab. She wanted to stop with naming it Victoria Schwab. She wants to publish all her books under one thing, but I know this is not adult, although it's quite horror-y apparently. So I adore this cover, and it's also a small book, so maybe this is something I can read as well. It also has little illustrations in there. I didn't want to show them, and I also don't want to look at them because they might be spoilery, but I will definitely do so in my wrap-up. I hope I can finish this short one this month. I should be able to. And I'm actually reading this one as genre young adult, which means that Elena should have a mental breakdown. So this is already getting interesting, but she can have a mental breakdown because she is going to do a confession. So this works out. The next book is also a book that was on my last TBR. I'm just not really looking forward to it. So that is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. And this one is about witches. And I like witches, but I don't know. I just feel this book won't be for me. But it is a new to me author. So I'm reading this as a new to me author where I need to introduce another character into the story. And I like that. I need new characters in the story if she's going to confess it to someone. So I'm reading this for that prompt. The next one is actually I am looking forward to because it was in my 5-star prediction video. Finally, I'm reading those. So I am looking forward to this, and it is Het Hart van de Adelaar by Emily Arends. This is a Dutch author, or actually a Belgian author, but it's written in Dutch. It's a YA fantasy. I'm reading it as a fantasy trope. I have literally no idea what it will be about, but I just know that I love the cover, I love her, and I'm pretty sure that I will love this book. I'm reading this book as a genre fantasy, which means that something supernatural is happening. So that makes this story quite interesting, I think. If I'm able to finish this, something supernatural needs to happen in the story, and I hope it will. So, looking forward to this. I see a pattern here. I don't really know what all these books are about, but the next one I actually do know, because it's a reread, and I think it's time for that. Also, we're discussing this book with a book club, so I want to have full memory of what is in this book, and it is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Dower. I adored this book. I thought it was so sad but so beautiful, and a very original take, well, not take on the war, but story about war. So yes, really like this. And as it is a reread, I'm also using it as a prompt for rereads, which is some way a memory of childhood is coming back. So in a flashback or in a dream, or something happens why this is important, something from childhood is important again. So reading this one for that, it is quite thick, but I did really love it, so I am looking forward to it. So I'm also participating in the Dessertathon, and for this I'm at the team of the Pastry Pirates. I will link down the announcement video of Megan, that is Pastry Pirates host, but there are a lot of people hosting this Dessertathon and it's really fun. So check out their announcement videos. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it now because otherwise it's getting too long. I'm already explaining you my own readathon, so that is quite complicated enough. But for the Dessertathon, you're in a team, and this team has a genre. And the genre of the Pastry Pirates, fantasy and adventures. So like road trips, adventures, fantasy. So not high fantasy and dark fantasy. So if you read those genres, you get extra points, but you can read whatever you want. And you're baking a recipe. Literally, that's why it's the Dessertathon. So we're baking something apple related. It's an apple turnover. I don't even know what it is, but I think it's an apple flap, as we call it in Dutch. But they are delicious, so I'm happy with this. And all the ingredients that you read have a prompt, and some are basic ingredients and some are special for your recipe. And if you read those, you get points. If they're in the genre of your team, you get extra points. If you get all the ingredients of your recipe from your team, you get more points. Right? Do you understand? So I need to read 7 books for this. I only have 5. I think 5 is maximum I can get because I'm reading the Chronicles of Narnia and it's so huge and I can't count it because I already started. So this is quite difficult, but the first thing in our dessert is puff pastry, and for puff pastry you need to read a hyped book, and I think Gallant is quite a hyped book, so I'm reading that one for that ingredient. Then the second ingredient is flour, and for flour you need to read a book in your favorite genre, My favorite genre is fantasy, which is also why I chose this theme, fantasy. So Het Hart van de Adelaar by Emily Arends is going in that prompt. So then I will have that ingredient as well. Then we have apples, and apples is set in summer or autumn, and the Falling in Love montage is actually set in summer, so that one will count. So this is going great for this dessert. Brown Sugar is one that is a book that you're not looking forward to, that you think you're not going to like very much. So low or no expectations for a book. Well, Serpent and Dove is definitely one in that category, because I don't know, but I'm really not looking forward to reading that one. Why am I even? But okay, now I have extra reason. And Salt is a tearjerker, so that means that All the Light We Cannot See fits perfectly in that category. So the first 5 ingredients are fine. They are the same for my TBR, but now I have 2 more ingredients, and one is actually cinnamon to spice things up. So I need to read a spicy book. I don't even know if I own a spicy book, so that's going to be quite difficult, but I will try my best. And eggs, a part of a series. That one is not that difficult, but those 2 are probably the last ingredients I will do, because I first want to finish those 5 books, and they are also ingredients, so that's fine. And if I've done all those 7 books, I will succeed in making the apple turnover, which is nice. So to spice things up, I might be able to choose something for a book club, that I read an extra book, because we have some more books to come. And most of them are Pride, and it's Pride month, so I think I'm going to read an extra one, so maybe Heartstopper, which is very quick. To spice things up, I think that's fine. I could also use it as part of a series, and we're also reading A Marvelous Light, which is also a Pride romance, and it's especially a romance, so it could, and it's also the first book of a series, so both could be for both prompts. So I might read one of those as well. So that is actually it. I have 2 readathons. I am hosting my own, so I need to write as well. And I have 5 books that I want to read. So many things going on, but I really enjoyed making this video. I really hope you liked the video, that it wasn't too chaotic for you, but I'm sorry if it was. I really hope you want to join the readathon. If you have any questions, just ask. You can DM me on all my social media, or you can just leave a comment down below. And I will see you this June, and I hope you participate. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day filled with books, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! I also posted an Instagram story where you can copy it and then make your TBR in your Instagram story. So let me know if you are participating and have a TBR for this month.